Hi folks, Dr. Miller with you. Welcome to Financial Management, Finance 620. This is the Instructor syllabus presentation to orient you to the syllabus and requirements of the course. I refer you to the course calendar for the start and end dates and assignment due dates. There is important information in the syllabus that you should be aware of and need to be aware of. In terms of the course description, our course focuses on the application of financial theory and concepts for management decision-making with a special emphasis on the practical aspects of finance. Students learn how to analyze a company's financial information and practice financial planning. Students evaluate the capital investment process, the corporate restructuring process, as well as bankruptcy analysis. Additionally, students explore the financial decision-making process related to working capital management and international finance. You may expect the following learning outcomes. After the course, students should be able to evaluate corporate restructuring and expansion through mergers and acquisitions, distress restructuring, and bankruptcy prediction models in relation to financial planning, which should also, by the way, aid in your ability to perform personal financial planning. Included in our learning outcomes is the ability to analyze the financial flows of a company and forecast the consequences of various decisions and alternatives. Examine the process of managing working capital by exploring the relationship between short-term assets and liabilities, as well as the cash and operating cycles. Number 4, students should be able to evaluate a company for the purpose of investment, acquisition, or as a management performance measure using techniques such as ratio analysis. What's not so obvious about this learning outcome is that the ability to evaluate a company for investment purposes also relates to your own personal human capital and intellectual capital investment as a career opportunity. Number 6 is to assess the capital investment process, including the cost of capital calculation, project cash flow estimation, and decision rules. And finally, apply the concepts of international finance and the effect of exchange rate risk on global financial management. We use the Ross Westerfield edition of Corporate Finance with Connect, 10th edition. We'll also be using what's called Learn Smart in our course. Learn Smart Advantage is the new series of adaptive learning products fueled by Learn Smart, a widely used adaptive learning resource provided by McGraw-Hill, designed to maximize the productivity and efficiency in learning. For each chapter, there is a Learn Smart, I guess you could say, external learning management system providing additional concepts and information for each student. The Learn Smart Advantage suite ensures that each student is deliberately practicing the concepts that they need to learn or are struggling with, and identifying and bringing back the content that the student is most likely to forget. In terms of textbook and technology policy, it is the responsibility of students to be prepared for the class, which means they should have all the required course materials and text at the start of the class, as well as reliable access to required technology tools and the internet for the duration of the course. Excuse me. The university has given good thought to this, and the university does not accept individual technology issues or internet access as a reason for late work in online classes. I encourage you to have a backup plan in case of unexpected glitches, viruses, or inaccessibility. In terms of the MBA policy assignment extensions, it is the responsibility of students at Davenport University to complete assignments on time in accordance with the course calendar and late assignments policy outlined in the syllabus. The university has an MBA final assessment policy The Master of Business Administration requires a grade of C or better on the final assessment in the class in order to earn a passing grade in the course. This requirement must be met by all students completing these courses regardless of the degree program. In our course, this is the final exam and or the research paper. The late policy is spelled out on pages 3 and 4 of the syllabus. Assignments submitted after the last day of the course week, which is Sunday, will not be accepted unless a request is approved prior to the due date. Please do not ask for extensions unless an emergency exists, remembering that emergencies are an exception. The brevity and accelerated nature of our online learning environment does not allow for extra credit assignments. The university prohibits my ability to grant extra credit assignments, so please do not ask for what I cannot accommodate. If you're having an issue turning an assignment in on time, please communicate with me so we can work through the issue together. Okay. See, I encourage you to read the syllabus, understand the standardized grading scale. There's a total of 1,000 points in our course, and on page 5 of the syllabus you can see the overall grade determination. There are form topic responses. There are 6 of them, each worth 27 or 28 points. There is forum discussion, 6 weekly quizzes, a research paper which is the final course assessment worth 220 points, weekly reflections for weeks 1 to 6, each worth 10 points, a special Learn Smart reflection worth 40 points in week 7, and a comprehensive final exam worth 200 points or 20% of the final grade for a total of 1,000 points. Beginning on page 5, we can see the course schedule and assignments. In week 1, we read chapters 1 and 2, and you'll notice that throughout the course, you need to post your forum topic response by day 2, and begin posting your forum discussion comments by day 3. By day 7 of each week, which should be Sunday, complete the weekly quiz for that week. And by day 7 of each week, do complete your weekly reflection. In week 1, you should select your target and benchmark companies for your research paper. I don't need to know about them, but I do recommend you select a public company. For week 2, we look at chapters 4, 5, and 6. Discounted cash flow valuation, that's valuation and capital budgeting. Net present value and other investment rules. And making capital investment decisions. And you also complete weekly quiz 2 and continue on the research paper. Week 3, we look at the concept of risk through chapters 10 and 11. In week 4, we examine capital structure and dividend policy through our discussion forum topics. We look at chapter 14 called Efficient Capital Markets and Behavioral Changes, and capital structure, the basic concepts. Week 4, you also complete the weekly quiz for week 4. In week 5, we focus on dividend policy and raising capital by reviewing chapters 19 and 20. Chapter 19 is about dividends and other payouts. Chapter 20 is about raising capital. In week 5, the research paper draft should be complete or nearing completion. Week 6, the research paper must be submitted by the end of week 6 using the proper assignment link. In week 6, we look at chapter 27, options, futures, and short-term finance. You also complete your weekly quiz number 6. Week 7, we look at special topics in finance, chapter 30, financial distress, and we complete the final exam. Beginning on page 8, you'll find a detailed description of each of the assignments, how much they're worth, and a matrix for understanding the scoring for each of the areas on the discussion, for example. And this is really important information. For example, one comprehensive forum topic is assigned weekly, and students are required to research the forum topic using a minimum of 3 references in addition to the textbook, and then compile weekly a 1,000-word response to the forum topic no later than day 2 of the current week. You'll see the weekly quizzes described, the research paper as the final course assessment is described, and the paper is described in great detail, providing you a working template beginning on page 9 of the syllabus. The objective or purpose of the research paper is to enable you to do a comprehensive financial analysis of a publicly traded company and provide you with substantial information for you to make recommendations regarding investing in the company. Your report will be driven by a rigorous ratio analysis and aggressively supplemented with your written analysis, interpretation, and evaluation of the data. Please take the time to read the syllabus as I lay out a very detailed template for you to consider and guide your research paper. Very detailed, as a matter of fact, which is very helpful. The comprehensive final exam is an assessment of your overall financial knowledge and will therefore include chapters covered in the course, prerequisite concepts addressed in the beginning chapters of the text in Finance 510, and or previous finance classes if Finance 510 was waived. We should have a great class. Hope you enjoy yourself, learn a lot, and come away with some useful deliverables. It's been my pleasure to speak with you. Dr. Mitchell Miller.